All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shem, Yahweh Shai by Shem Rikakwadash, giving double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Shalom to the elect that scattered abroad across the four corners of the earth. And shalom to all the brothers out here laboring in this truth with sincerity, keeping sound doctrine. And shalom to the few sisters that watch. And today we just gonna get into a quick lesson, going into how these Christians, man, got a whole different, got a misconception of the scriptures, man. They claim to have knowledge, and these are like your mainstream pastors, man. Today I think it's the guy named John Gray, I think is his name, and he's going into Lucifer being cast down, clearly not knowing what he's talking about, So we just gonna go into that, man, and just, break down these strongholds, man. Lord willing, it'll be edifying. And without further ado, we'll just get the video,
It's named in the Bible, Michael, Gabriel, and Lucifer. Two of them are still in place, one is not. Jesus said one of them fell like lightning. He saw Satan fall like lightning.
Okay. Clearly, he said Lucifer and then Satan, and that's two different entities, so to speak. Lucifer, if we go into it, just means light bearer. That could be, someone that's enlightened. As we go into it, see, it just means is this it? Salakia. Okay, Salakia. Light bearer. That's all it means, And then it says King of Babylon and Satan. But, we know, the elites, man. They are Luciferians also. But it just means light bearers. It doesn't mean Satan, So he's clearly going off and has no clue what he's talking about. And we'll go into that. Let's see. We'll continue the video.
He had instruments on the inside of him. He could sing better than everybody put together.
And that, I don't even know, that's not scriptural, man. I don't know where this guy get that from, That's like some kind of urban legend or something, It's like a mythical fairy tale or something, man,
But instead of the worship coming through him, he wanted it to come to him. So God had to kick him out, because nobody can handle worship but the living God. And nobody is worthy of worship but the living God. The reason why the enemy hates you so much is because...
And, us in this truth, man, we know who our enemy is. Our main adversary is Esau. This guy, he would never admit that, And, also the rest of these nations out here, man. But this guy is of the world,
You and I get to worship God out of choice. He failed.
And clearly, he went off right there, The Lord said, you have not chosen me, You can't choose the Lord, man, Yahweh Shem Shai has to bring you into the fold, So he went off again.
Once and got kicked out. We fail all the time, and he still wants to hear from us. There are three.
Well, that's also going on. The Most High does not hear sinners, man. You don't hear the prayers of the sinners, So this guy is just going off. But we'll just get into the scriptures, man. This is just something quick, and I really just saw it and just came up with some scriptures, man. So we'll go to the book of Job, of course, chapter 1. And we'll jump down to 6. It says, "Now there was a day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before the Lord Yahweh, and Satan came also among them." And this goes into the story of Satan inflicting Job with all kind of infirmities, man. And the Lord allowing him to do it, but when you go into it, the Most High instructs him not to kill Job. So Satan takes orders from the Most High, man. It's not a battle between Satan and the Most High God, man. That's some kind of myth, man. So as you can see, it goes on, The account goes on, It says, "And the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, Whence cometh thou? Then Satan answered the Lord Yahweh and said, From going to and fro in the earth and walking up and down it." Verse 8, "And the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, and perfect and upright man, one that fears Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and escheweth evil." Salaki. Verse 9, "Then Satan answered to the Lord Yahweh and said, Does Job fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for naught?" Verse 10, "Hast thou made an edge about him, and about his house, and about all that he had on every side? Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thy hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face." So Satan said, if you inflict Job, he'll turn his back on you, basically. Verse 12, "And the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power. Only upon himself put not forth thine hand." So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord Yahweh. And then he just inflicted Job with all kind of infirmities and just took everything away from him, man. With the blessing of the Lord to do so, But he instructed Satan not to kill him. So, Satan takes orders from the Lord first and foremost. And, that guy has no understanding, man. So we'll go to 2 Timothy. Salakia. 2 Timothy chapter 3. And this is, the people that's sitting in that congregation, man, is just, they don't study. They don't investigate what's being told to them. They just accept it and go along with it. They trust in these pastors, man, to lead them in the right direction. And that's the wrong thing to do, man. They're putting their faith in man instead of going and examining these things on their own. So this is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, "This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come." And we are in those times, man. You got people out here that's just doing all manner of wickedness, not caring about anything, man. No morals, no kind of boundaries. Verse 2, for men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. Verse 6, for of this sort are they which crept into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins. And that's these pastors, man. You know, if you look at these church, even when I used to go to church, man, it was like 80% women and 20%, men in there. But that's what these pastors do, man. They just prey on the weaker vessel. And these women believe this stuff, man. They just take the pastor's word for it because they have no true leadership, But that's where the men of the Lord come in, man, And then it's up to Yahweh Shem Yahushua to bring them in and understand what's going on, Verse 6, for of this sort they which crept into houses and led captive silly women laden with sins, led away by diverse lusts, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. And hey, that's where they at, man. Ever learning and never, they're learning, but it's false teachings, So they'll never find the truth, man, in these churches, Christian churches. All right, from there, we'll go to the book of Luke, chapter 10, and this is the account he's talking about. But clearly he has no idea of what he is talking about. And we'll just go straight to the point, man. Verse 18. This is Luke chapter 10 and verse 18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. So you see it saying Satan as lightning fall from heaven. And it goes on and says, behold, I give unto you power to tread on the serpents, speaking to the Israelites, and this is going to be the elect, man. As he was speaking to the disciples before, but in these times, man, this is what it's talking about. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions. And before, Israel was likened to, these wicked Israelites were likened to serpents and scorpions. So it says, and over all the power of the enemy, and that's going into these other nations, man. First and foremost, Esau. Nothing shall by any means hurt you. And you go back to Satan, man, that's going into Esau, man, basically, Esau, this is wicked kingdom. Everything he got established, man, it's gonna fall, It says, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. So, that's his whole system, everything, man, just, crumbling, It's not talking about spiritual demon Satan. It's talking about his counterpart also, which is Esau, man. And that's what the pastor don't really get. He don't really understand what's going on. All right, from there, we'll go to 2 Peter. Chapter 1 and verse 16. it says, "For we have not followed cunningly devised fables, when we made known unto you the power and coming of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, but were eyewitness of his majesty." But, we have not followed cunning devised fables, man. We've been there, done that, and Yahweh Shem Shah brought us into the fold, man, and showed us this truth, man. The water for the elders, man, and the water for the elders of GMS, man. They keep pushing this truth out here, So we have not fallen victim to these fables, and to think that Satan would come up against the Lord is that's a fable, man. The Most High God has control over everything. He created everything, man. So from there, we'll go to the book of Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach, chapter 18, and we'll start from the top. It says, "He that liveth forever hath created all things in general." And we know that's talking about Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. It says, "The Lord only is righteous, and there is none other but he, who governeth the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will." As you see it again, all things obey his will. "For he is the king of all, by his power dividing holy things among them from profane." Verse 4, "To whom hath he given power to declare his works? And who shall find out his noble acts? Who shall number the strength of his majesty? Who shall also tell out his mercies? As for the wondrous works of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, there is nothing to be taken from them, neither may anything be put unto them, Salaki, neither can the ground of them be found out." So basically, this is saying, man, Yahweh Shem Yahushua runs everything, man. Everything goes through him. No one is above him or equal. So, hey, so what these pastors are teaching is false, man. It's nonsense. But they know that the people are not going to search these things out, so they just say whatever, And continuing on, we'll go back, and this is we'll go to the book of Isaiah. So like it. 45, verse 7. It says, "I form the light, I create darkness, I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things," man. So, even when these pastors don't get, even if Satan, whatever he does, it's instructed and okayed by the Lord, man. Nothing happens without the Lord's consent. So to say Satan came up against the Lord, rebelled against the Lord, that's false teachings, man. And, this was just a quick lesson, Lord willing, somebody was edified. And, we want to say, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Shalom.